This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hey.
We almost had the weekend.
Listen, you got to stick around. I don't want to leave a teaser here, but we got some debates we need to settle.
Yeah.
It's happening in the next block. It's already getting heated up in her.
Yes.
Up in her.
Shout out Nelly.
That was a little Rob Riggle. All right, let's get to some stories. What will become of the Dutton's Ranch? Because it looks like John Dutton, a.k.a. Kevin Costner, won't be returning to Yellowstone after this season. So as we mentioned, Kevin's wife filed for divorce after 18 years of marriage. It's not clear why they're divorcing, but one of Kevin's friends told Page Six it wasn't about cheating. Meantime, the Yellowstone cast and crew reportedly haven't been told when they will resume filming season 5, because they only did halfway, if you guys are Yellowstone fans. And Kevin's co-star, Luke Grimes, posted this pic of him and his wife yesterday, writing, "To the only one that really matters." Woo, with some speculating he was throwing shade on Kevin's divorce drama.
Why would he do that?
Or was he just saying, like, this is what's important in my life, it's not about the show?
I'm not saying it's not shade. I'm just saying, like, somebody give me a reason.
Here's a
for why he
reason,
would do
because
it.
they're all waiting for Kevin Costner to sort of make up his decision, because they were waiting to act again.
He did
to get
make
all
up.
their
He's
money.
not returning.
Right. So perhaps they were angry with him for being up in the air about it.
He's tied up their bags.
He's tied up their bags, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And they need to secure
I knew you were
those
grasping for that.
Tied up bags. Thank you, Erica Cobb.
You're welcome.
Tori's bags are tied on top of a station wagon. That's how Tori rolls.
It does seem strange that it's like, even if they are all upset with Kevin Costner, a man can't post about his wife without it being suspicious. I mean, what does that say?
Right.
That seems very strange to me. Like, maybe he just loves his wife and they had a really great night the night before, and he was like, I just want to remind people that this is all that matters.
But that's not a story, Erica. That's not a story.
Maybe,
we need some tay.
Yeah.
some day.
Okay, so give me a percentage of it's just a regular post or there's a little bit of shade there. Considering when it came out, assuming that he has maybe some issues with the way Kevin's handled his contracts and maybe how it's affected his bag.
Well, I think
What's
it would come,
percentage?
honestly, I don't know this person and I don't follow them on social media. So if this seems like it was way out of the left field, like all they post are funny reels or something and they never show their wife, and then all of a sudden the day that Kevin Costner announces his divorce, then he's doing it. Okay, I can see there being some legs there, but if he's like posting as a family man all the time and it happens to be there, I don't see where that's coming from.
I think they feel Kevin Costner. I messed it up.
Did you
Try it again. So, Tori, does Erica's story have legs?
It sure has legs. I think they feel that Kevin Costnered them a lot of money.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to take her terrible joke and I'll pick it up. I think that there was a little shade there, and I think that that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's shade because they Costner.
I'd rather a little social media shade that comes off petty, comes off a little immature. But like, if you are angry in this business where you might have to work with somebody again, you can't just say, that Erica Cobb, well, I'll tell you something about her, and then because next thing you know, she might be an EP on a show that you're running.
Why was I the EP?
He's getting ready for the fight.
He's getting ready for next segment.
He's getting ready for the next segment.
For the fight.
I do think maybe in a weird roundabout way, and Tori, I'd like your opinion on this. Is IG shade the most adult way to argue?
Or is it passive aggressive at 9 years old?
But it's not confrontational, because we always say we do not want to live in a toxic work environment. And me saying, Tori, you cost me a lot of money and I hate you. In a tweet,
a lot of money.
Costner. That is a toxic tweet. That's a toxic workplace. We cannot have that in 2023. So a post about your wife, that could be about your wife, but it's probably a little bit of shade. Is that the most adult way to do it?
No, it's not adult at all. If you have to take to social media, you can't have a conversation with someone.
Yeah,
and if that person isn't available for the conversation, the best revenge to me is living well. And I try to do that every day. So people can throw shade, they can do shady things, they can be mean to me, they can ignore me. You can do whatever you want, but you're doing it to yourself.
That's great for life, not great for screenplays.
All right. That conversation was 2 minutes too long.
I'm going to get my revenge. I'm going to live well.
Let's get to some other news. Jamie Foxx has broken his silence since being hospitalized last month. So Jamie, if you remember, suffered a quote-unquote medical condition while filming his upcoming movie with Cameron Diaz. He was taken to the hospital, but since then, neither he or his family have released any details about his health. Yesterday, Jamie posted this message on social media, writing, "Appreciate all the love, feeling blessed." I am shocked after a month we haven't heard anything.
I'm
Some
not.
really tight lips in that family and friend group.
No leaks. And
Yeah.
I think he has a very good inner
And there
circle
are
for
leaks
that.
in the White House.
Yes.
There's leaks, medical leaks. There's Supreme Court leaks. There's medical leaks all the time.
Good
so
point.
he has a insulated group. And I will say this: if it was, again, I am fully speculating. My mom's had 7 strokes. Let's just say, God forbid, it was a stroke, but he's getting okay. You not only need an enormous amount of sleep to heal for anything, it takes you months and months to heal the brain. You also might be affected with your face, or some kind of thing might be affected, and he doesn't want to necessarily show that. So I think that's good that he's gone dark. I think it's healing. Let him rest in quiet. That's what he needs the most. Whether it's heart or stroke related, rest is so underrated when it comes to healing, and he needs that time.
Again, we're speculating. We don't know.
Absolutely
Of course, that's all
speculating.
we can-
Yeah,
That's
well,
all
we
you
have to
do.
make sure. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I know people are weird about like speculating and like, let's say he had a stroke. The reason that we care if he had a stroke is because we care about Jamie Foxx, even though we don't know him. And I don't know if wanting to know about his status, and even some fans that may go overboard, it's a weird thing to be involved in people's lives and then not expect them to have feelings for you and not care about your well-being.
Right.
Sometimes it becomes intrusive. We've seen that with super fans all the time. But I don't necessarily know if like caring about Jamie Foxx, who a lot of us have known longer than most of the people that we currently hang out with.
Absolutely, your whole life.
No, being like, I hope my man's okay. Why haven't we heard anything? I was thinking about this the other day randomly, Erica.
Yeah, no, and I hear you.
Right.
I think
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it comes from a good place.
I hear you and I agree with you. I think where we kind of get over the line is when people are being bombarded based on proximity to him, asking questions that they may not be privy to the answers, or they're a part of that inner circle
they're
that
not gonna
has
say.
kept their mouths shut.
Right.
And now however they're responding becomes the story.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a fine line that we all walk.
Yeah, for sure. When Martin Lawrence got asked, for some reason, it just, I don't know, it wasn't a terrible question, it just didn't feel right to
Yeah.
me. So
Right.
I'm
Private,
glad.
you know?
I hope Jamie's all right. We all do. Coming up on DBL, you know him from countless TV shows and movies. Actor Craig T. Nelson is here telling us all about the next chapter of the book club. Super cute guy. And we had a heated debate about this yesterday. What did Gwyneth really mean by technically excellent when referring to Ben Affleck? Ooh, you're going to want to stick around for this.
Nuh-uh, Tori, don't do that. No.
Yeah, I'm this close to breaking.
Stop putting yourself in this conversation.
I mean, this is as real as it gets.
I think I won that one.
All right. I don't want to get too much into it. I
Yeah.
want to save it
Yeah,
for
we
the
do
show, so
have
we
to
have to
save
talk
that.
about something else. We didn't talk
Yeah.
about it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
Oh, thank you. Are you guys Catholic? We lift up our hearts. We lift them up
We
to
left
the
them
Lord.
up to Lord. That's
There
not
you
just
go.
Catholic.
What's that? It's not? What
No.
is that?
I don't know, but we say it too, and I'm Methodist.
You know what we say
Oh.
to Spaceballs? May the Schwartz.
Yeah, I don't know where that. What?
Tori wants
I
the
don't know
camera.
if you should say that. Wait, you said Catholics lifted up with you.
No, we were talking
No,
about,
you could
I
go
was gonna
back.
get into that, but Tori,
Go back.
May peace be with you, and also with
And
you.
also with you, yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
I heard that
It's
it
the
is.
canon. It's the canon.
What does
right?
that mean, you
it
guys?
is, I mean, it's Catholic. I don't know if it's something
I think
else.
it's
But me and my friends
Episcopalian
always say
too,
it.
isn't it?
Canon?
Wait, do you guys say it? Someone
yeah.
responds? What's going on?
Like if I write my friend right now and I go, we lift up our hearts, he'll write back, we lift them up to the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can write things that. like
So
during
it's the
Catholic prayer.
response,
Call
but
and
that's
response.
it's
Yeah.
called the canon, and I don't think it's specific
I didn't know.
to.
I didn't know it was
Catholicism?
not only Catholic. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I thought maybe it's Episcopalian because I think that's what
But
I'm
I
not
think it's
religious.
non-denominational.
Yeah, it's just Christian.
Because I remember hearing that as a
Maybe,
little
yeah.
kid and
Yeah,
also with
because
you.
Judaism, we only go, Amen.
How long are your services?
Another great
3
point.
hours long in Hebrew. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I don't understand what's going on, even though I took Hebrew for 10 years.
Jeff, isn't Catholic service famous for being like an hour?
Yeah, they're about 45 minutes
My
to an
ex-wife
hour.
was
Yeah,
Catholic
that's
and she was
reform. I
just
love
like,
that.
it's like an hour and it's
I was
like
conservative.
in and
We
out.
would be there morning, noon, and night.
Catholic, like
You get in
in
and
the
out?
old day, you used to get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
nice and packed for Easter.
30 seconds.
You know what I mean? Welcome back. So Gwyneth Paltrow may have settled the debate we had yesterday. So on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Gwyneth, when asked which of her famous two exes was better in bed, Gwyneth said she had more chemistry with Brad Pitt, but Ben Affleck was technically excellent. So later in the podcast, Gwyneth played a little game of Bleep, Marry, Kill. Take a listen.
Wow. Well, obviously I'd marry Chris Martin because he gave me my two children who are the loves of my life. So I would do that all again.
Oh.
But Kill is that's such a hardcore.
It's not actually. It's like put to the wayside.
Okay. I can.
One more time. I think we know your answer.
I think Brad.
Yeah.
And then Ben, yeah.
God bless Ben.
God bless him.
God bless him and his Dunkin' Donuts.
I believe I said that yesterday, that when a woman refers to a former partner with chemistry, that means that he is top tier. If she refers to him as technically excellent, that means he's average and he paid attention in health class. So I believe that confirms exactly what I said, but I mean, what do I know? Al, why don't you tell me how a woman's mind works?
Well, I would like to know, first of all, you're conflating two or three arguments here. Now, let's just get to the semantics of it. You're saying that he's average, and if you go to health class, if you go to health class, you can please your partner. Well, then why would she use the word excellent if she's talking about average? That's
because
just
he was
semantics.
very excellently average.
That's not a thing, and that's not what she said. Now, if we're going to use the word she's using, let's use those words. So she said that he was excellent. Excellent means that you are outstanding at what you're doing, and that means outstanding from the field of people that you have to choose from. She, as a person that has a number of partners, she is around elite human beings and has been for 3 decades, seems to have gone back to this one human being. Now, why is that? Because he was excellent, not average. If you want to find chemistry, you can find chemistry in a college classroom. You can find chemistry with somebody. I have chemistry with Tori. No romance there. You can have chemistry with anybody. But there are only a few people that are so excellent that throughout your lifetime, where you were on movie sets, you are in the beautiful foothills of Africa, you are going all over the world, but you still call this one person. Why do you call this one person?
Listen,
Let him bring it home. Let him bring it home. He was
okay, listen, Al Jackson, the king. First of all, Reverend Al Jackson, the king. Okay, we're talking about a podcast that is for women, and most of the guests are women. We're talking about the way that women communicate. That's the reason why I said yesterday that I was uncomfortable arguing and having this conversation with you, because you're unclear as to how women communicate.
So shouldn't I be listening to a podcast about how women communicate so I can be better?
It's not. No, that's
not for
because
you.
It's not for you. I'm saying.
Oh, that's very dangerous waters you guys are treading in.
No, it's not. Al, listen. I do a podcast, and I do one well, and I speak to mostly women.
You didn't say excellent, though.
I didn't win, so I did it well. But I speak to mostly women, and there's a way that women navigate conversations, especially when they're trying to be diplomatic. And I think she did a very great job of maneuvering what she said. But if you're actively listening to her when she's speaking, she's saying that Brad was really the person who lit her fire. That Ben might have been a great guy, and when I'm saying average for theatrics, I don't even mean average. It's just that he wasn't as special. He's not in that memory bank the way that Brad Pitt is in that memory bank. And I can tell you, as a woman and as someone who has a diversity of experiences, if I'm thinking about people who are really lighting my fire in my mind, in my memory bank, or currently, I'm always going to say that it's the chemistry. That's what I was saying to you. It has nothing to do with the hills of Africa. It's just what she said, and it's actively listening. It's actively listening to what she was saying, and that was my interpretation.
Well, listen, we got a hard out. Erica knows, and she brought you right to the end, so you can't talk. We'll be right back.
Congress doesn't raise the debt ceiling, the United States will default on its financial obligations as early as June 1st. House Republicans have passed a bill that would raise the debt limit, but it comes with conditions, including extensive cuts to the federal budget. Verify viewer Tom wanted to know whether those cuts would affect veterans' benefits. So, Tom, let's verify. Our sources are the text of the bill, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, the Department of Veterans Affairs, the Congressional Budget Office, and David Wessel, a budget expert from Brookings. The bill imposes a cap on the total amount of discretionary spending each year. That covers everything from government salaries to weapons for the military. It doesn't touch mandatory spending, like Social Security, which is pre-approved from older laws. The CBO calculated that next year, nearly $230 billion would need to be cut, and over the next decade, about $3.6 trillion. So, where would those cuts come from? Well, the bill doesn't say, meaning it'd be decided somewhere down the road by appropriations committees.
It's very easy to say, I want to cap discretionary spending, and I'll figure out later what gets cut. And so the people who propose the caps do this on purpose because they don't want to pick and choose. They don't want to make enemies of people whose program is going to be cut. And the people who oppose the caps say, well, if you impose this across the board, XYZ is going to be cut. So there's no way to win that argument.
The Biden administration says if these cuts are made to every department except defense, it'd require a 22% reduction to the VA. But House Republicans say they'd never approve cuts to either defense or veterans.
I will not bring a bill that cuts our veterans.
So while the bill doesn't specifically cut veterans' benefits, it doesn't specifically exempt them from the cuts either. This plan is also merely a starting point in the negotiations. It's likely to fail in the Democrat-controlled Senate. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. He stole our hearts as America's favorite TV coach and showed us his amazing strength as the voice of Mr. Incredible. Check out our interview with Craig T. Nelson. Please welcome to the show, Craig T. Nelson. Coach, I feel like I have to say it, man. Let me ask you about you, sir. Book Club: The Next Chapter is your second movie with this iconic cast, and this time you guys filmed in Italy. What was it like exploring the country with Diane Keaton, Jane Fonda, Mary Steenburgen? Was there any fun, adventurous pranks or fun things?
Oh, it was so incredible. I'd never been to Rome or really southern Italy at all, and I met so many fascinating people, and it's always an experience. You know, Andy Garcia and Don Johnson and myself, and it was just, sit around and tell stories and kind of reminisce, and you're working with these beautiful ladies, and and it was just, Italy, beautiful ladies.
Perfecto.
Gee, what a life. Right?
Yeah, struggle.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
I know. I'm over here like, man, Craig's been a part of my whole life.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
You have been a part of the pop culture in some way our entire lives. So this is really amazing to talk to you. But in the first book club, you and Mary are trying to reignite the spark in your love life. But how do you keep the spark alive in your own life?
Well, I'm married to one of the most fascinating people in the world. And she is my best friend, and she's going to have a birthday here pretty soon. We just had our anniversary not too long ago, our 38th.
Wow.
And it's, you know what it is? It's relying on each other to the point where you experience a love, a richness, and a deep understanding, for me, of the compassion that we should have for each other. I've learned so much in having been married to my wife, Doria. And so I'm so blessed and thankful because, living with an actor and also part-time psychotic is not easy.
I love it.
Slip that in there.
There's so many different facets of you, and you're on Young Sheldon, so I've seen you. My kids love it. Obviously, he's a childhood genius. What was Craig like in high school? I have to know.
I was really, I think I was an outsider. I never really fit in, but I think isn't that part and parcel of who we are as teenagers? I mean, where do you belong? And for the longest period of time, I thought I was adopted, so I didn't really fit in with my. Well, it's just for me, it was just I was sure I was adopted. These couldn't be my parents. So you go through, and it's all it's really. It was so self-centered and so selfish. But the thing I learned in high school was that I was not a good student at all. Yeah. The only thing I was good at was English literature. And that was, because I love to read and tell stories. So I would encourage kids that are finding it hard to find a place. Imagine today, in today's world, what that must be like, to find a place that it's okay. It's okay, to encourage them to understand that not knowing exactly where you fit is okay. You don't have to belong to that thing. You can be an individual. And so I was encouraged to do that.
That was like a locker room speech, coach. I love that.
Put me in the game, Coach. DBL Nation, you can see Book Club, the next chapter, in theaters May 12th. Also, catch new episodes of Young Sheldon, Thursdays on CBS. Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
You got to come back.
Come back soon.
Yeah. Happy birthday to your wife coming up, Mazel. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
From locking your keys in the car to dealing with a dead battery. Those are just some of the reasons you might have to call your roadside assistance for help. It's an easy and relatively inexpensive add-on from your car insurance policy.
It runs maybe $10 to $15 a year to add it on. But the one caveat is, how much can you use the service before it has a negative impact on you?
This is Mark Friedlander with the Insurance Information Institute. It's a nonprofit that educates consumers about insurance. And with the help of his expertise, we can verify that, yes, roadside assistance calls can count as claims on your policy. Where it gets tricky, though, is determining when it could actually start to impact your premium.
If you use it for emergency road situations, you shouldn't have an issue with it impacting your insurance costs. But if you have an unreliable vehicle that never starts, you have to call the roadside assistance once a week to have them jump start your car because you have a bad battery. If you're using this quite regularly, most likely you're going to raise a flag with your insurer for high risk. And one of two things could happen.
Friedlander says it's possible that too many calls could lead your insurer to raise your rates or, worst case, drop you altogether.
They could decide, we don't want this high risk customer.
But here's the deal. There is no hard and fast rule on this. I reached out to 5 of the most popular auto insurance providers asking what their set limit, if any, is for roadside assistance claims before it does start to impact your cost. 2 did get back to me, with Nationwide telling me that, quote, abuse of service could result in roadside assistance coverage cancellation, but that requests, regardless of volume, do not affect premiums. So bottom line, it very much depends on the provider and the specific customer. Friedlander says that's why it's a very good question then to ask your insurance agent.
There's no industry standard, but it's pretty clear to us based on what we see in the marketplace. If you are using your roadside assistance quite regularly, you will raise some type of high risk flag with your auto insurer.
With your Verify, I'm Josh Sidorowitz.
Comeback with Erica Cobb is expanding. I will be hosting a live podcast event. It's on June 16th. It's right here in Denver. There will be a meet and greet, drinks, food, special interview with a special guest. And I am so excited to announce that my first guest is talk show host, actress, model, activist, radio and television personality, comeback queen Claudia Jordan. She is amazing. And she has had so many professional public comebacks. I'm so excited to talk to her. And our very own Al Jackson is my opening act. So it is going to be an amazing time. Get your tickets today. They are on sale now. We are so excited. We would love to see you. You can scan the QR code that is on screen right now to buy tickets. There is a part of your comeback. There's a part of your inspiration to be found in everyone's story, and that is the genesis of my podcast and my brand. Escape to paradise for your chance to win the perfect family getaway. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/beaches for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night beaches resort stay for a family of 4 to a beaches resorts destination in Jamaica or Turks and Caicos. Today's beaches resorts word of the day is relax. The winner will be announced on DBL May 24th.
We've got some products that would make great Mother's Day gifts from our friends at Morning Save.
Steph, what do you have for us today? Because I'm ready to shop.
Well, Tori, hello, DBL Nation, get ready to seal the deals today. It's a very special episode because they're great products for Mother's Day to give the very special women in your life. Now, all of these products are under $30 and they will arrive on time for Mother's Day. We've got the Mally Beauty 4-piece makeup set. So this deal includes 1 eyeshadow palette, 1 blush trio, 1 brightener, and 1 lip gloss. Normally, this is $111, but we've got the whole set for $24.99. So that's saving up to 77%. Now, Tori, this has got your name all over it. It's the Luminara 2-piece outdoor moving flame candle set with little remote.
Yes, I love these.
So cute. So this deal includes 2 candles that will avoid fire hazards without compromising the ambiance.
Wow.
So normally these are $70.
I was going to say, these are going to be like the high end.
We've got this for $29.99.
Yes.
So that's saving up to 68%. What about this? We've got the Malibu Sky Brianna triple zip, triple compartment crossbody bag.
Yes.
So this deal includes 1 crossbody and we've got it available in 5 colors. We've got black, we've got mauve, we've got neutral tan and taupe. And normally it's $98.
Oh, I was like, you're gonna say it's expensive.
But guess what, Tori? We've got it for $19.99. So that's saving up to 80%. Our last product today, Tori, is My Life, My Shop Ultimate Spin Facial Cleansing System.
Ooh.
So this deal includes 1 cleansing brush with 3 different brush heads and a protective case. So normally this is $38.
Not bad.
But we've got it for just $14, Tori. So that's saving up to 63%.
Amazing. So head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or just scan that QR code right on screen. It's going to take you directly to all these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. Amongst each other.
We are out of time, and I'm not even kidding. These two have been complaining the whole time during the commercial break. Oh, yeah, I mean, they've been hugging each other. We'll see you tomorrow.
It was technically excellent.